Hey guys, welcome back. Just wanted to show you my little setup here. This is my jumpstart light, which I have not turned on yet. And I have two heating pads. They're down there, and there's the other one. Obviously, I'm starting seeds inside. These are peas that I'm starting, and I will show you which kind. They are Burpee organic sugar peas. I've never grown peas before. We always just use the green beans, and my family's getting tired of them, so I figured let me try something different, yet something a little similar. But we're gonna grow peas and try. We'll see. And these sweet potatoes, I had them in a jar in the windowsill, and they started growing roots, and they're organic sweet potato, but they're just taking forever. So I don't know why. So I've been looking on YouTube, of course, and I've seen people put them in trays like this, and with a light on them, and they seem to sprout very well for them. So I'm gonna try to do that and see what happens. Today is February 26, 2016. So let's see. I have these lettuce seeds, but honestly, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do these seeds. I just might buy the plants. Then I got these lavender ones and chamomile. A couple of years ago, maybe about 2, I grew chamomile, and they were the most beautiful little plants. And I love them, and I collect the chamomile all season. I have here summer squash, cucumber, and tomatoes. Now these things I won't start till the end of March, because right now honestly it's too soon in February, and then they'll just grow too fast. I notice that things with the heat thing under them and the light, they just grow fast. These are some of the things that I might start for my winter garden next fall. I got kale and broccoli. Excuse me. Now let me show you my spring garden. I drew it because I don't know how to use those online things that people use. So there's going to be a row of lettuce, potatoes, peas, cucumbers, and tomatoes. My husband's buying me a little shed to put there. And then I have 2 boxes here. This is going to be summer squash and sweet potatoes. And then I'm going to have a row of onions, carrots, and cachuchas are these Cuban peppers that they look just like a habanero, but they're sweet. And you can't buy them here in southern Indiana. Maybe in the Cuban market, but I prefer to grow my own. And they are just fabulous. We eat them in our Cuban black beans. And over here is my little corner that I'm going to create a fairy garden. Now I got the fairy garden idea from Lark's Garden channel. It's Larks, L-A-R-K-S. I love her channel. And she has this video on, she has a fairy garden created through her whole like garden property, and her grandchildren just love it. And you know, now that I'm a grandma, I want to create one, of course, and it is just the sweetest little thing. But I'm hoping to put the chamomile maybe, or the lavender flowers over here. You know, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I like planning, but sometimes I'm very spontaneous, and I'll change everything last minute. I do that with the recipes too. I've seen people that plan their meals like, you know, a week or a month ahead. I can't. I'll go crazy. I usually decide the day before, or maybe 2 days before, what I'm going to cook that day. And if I do plan something, which I have, I usually change it. So what's the use of planning for me? But anyway, these are the peas. And I just push them in with my finger and go like that. And they go. I mean, gardening is not complicated. Some people make it complicated. Just simple. Do simple things. Simplify. For new gardeners, I would suggest planting things that your family really likes to grow. For example, if you like salsa a lot, I would plant a salsa garden. I would do whatever ingredients goes into salsa, like tomatoes, you know, onions, and maybe jalapenos or habanero peppers or whatever you like. Whatever goes into salsa. I know people that have done just that, just those salsa ingredients. And, you know, they like it. It's simple. And they enjoy making it. Making their salsa from their little salsa garden. Now, my worms outside are, because it's not cold anymore. Well, it's cold, but it's not as cold as it was. They're starting to go crazy. And if you want, this is my laundry room I'm in, by the way. My husband built me this laundry room. Oh, he did an amazing job. I'll show you one of my my worm farms. I'll be right back. Okay, my husband got me this for Christmas a few years ago, and I absolutely love it. I've been gardening for 13 years now, and I don't know. I can never imagine myself not worm casting, not growing worm castings. And I just like to use it in my garden. So this is my Worm Factory 360. And I keep this cardboard on top of it, a little moist. And let's see if there's enough light for you to see them. They are everywhere. There's a bazillion of them. You'll also see little springtails in here. Springtails are a natural occurring thing in vermicomposting. Don't get scared if you see them. You're not doing anything wrong. If you do have like a tremendous overabundance of them, I call it like, I don't know, I don't want to say the word infestation, because they are part of the composting world here. You can sprinkle DE on it, on the surface, diatomaceous earth, but make sure it's the food grade kind. And you can sprinkle that on the surface, and it seems to get rid of the springtails and not harm your worms. So this is my one farm in here. Let's see, let's put them all back to sleep. There you go. And then over here, another worm farm was created accidentally. What happened was I had a barrel, see that blue barrel over there? I had it full of castings for like 2 years. I never opened it. It was moist. And then when I finally opened it, not too long ago, I noticed that it was full of worms. And I'm like 2 years old with no air circulation, no food. I don't know what they survived on. I really don't. But, so I put them in here. And I started giving them some bedding, food, and feeding them and watering them. And they have just, they've come back. A lot of them were really thin and kind of lethargic. But they've come back. Now in this bin, what I do is I dig like a trench like this, and I put the food scraps in the middle, and I just cover it up again. That way the food is not all on top of them, and if they want to escape the food, they have the outer perimeter to do so. But what I'm gonna do is, look at this casting. It is just beautiful. I'm gonna filter these worms out, and I'm gonna use this in my garden. And I'll just put them in there, and they'll just go live with their other worm friends. In the fall, I collect a lot of leaves, dry. Now my trick to using leaves in this thing is if I put them straight in there dry, they take forever to break down. What I do is I take a bowl, like in here, like I have here, and I crumble them up, and I soak them in warm water. And then when they get kind of mushy, not even 100% mushy, like a day maybe, when they're really wet, I drain the water and I put it in there in the farm. And let me tell you, those worms, they go crazy. They love leaves, love them. So this fall coming up, if you have leaves, try to collect them. And if you don't, I don't know, see if you can find a neighbor or someone that has leaves. People are always raking leaves everywhere. Well, anyway, guys, this is the Garland Lady 01. Just wanted to give you a little update. I'll do another update as soon as these things start growing, and I'll give you a look at what we're doing next. God bless. Bye.